Hey everyone, thanks for watching. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and drop your video suggestions in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Once upon a time, in a distant galaxy far away from Earth, there was a small planet called Perseverance. It wasn't just any ordinary planet, no sir. This planet was famous throughout the cosmos for its inhabitants, the Perseverans, who were known for their unshakable tenacity. They were a race of resilient aliens who never gave up in the face of any challenge. You could throw anything at them, and they would just power through it with a smile on their face. Now, these Perseverans weren't the biggest or the strongest or even the smartest creatures in the universe, but what they lacked in physical attributes they made up for in spades with their sheer determination and grit. There were many times when all hope seemed lost, but the Perseverans would find a way to turn things around. They were true underdogs who proved that with enough heart, you can achieve anything. One day, a terrible disaster struck the planet Perseverance. A huge meteor crashed into their home planet, causing massive destruction and throwing the entire planet into chaos. Many of the Perseverans lost their homes and loved ones in the disaster, but instead of giving up, they came together and started to rebuild their planet. They worked tirelessly day and night, determined to restore their home to its former glory. The Perseverans were so committed to their mission that they didn't even notice the approach of a terrifying monster that was lurking nearby. It was a massive space creature with sharp teeth and claws and a voracious appetite for destruction. The monster had been attracted by the chaos caused by the meteor and was now getting ready to pounce on the helpless Perseverans. But just as the monster was about to strike, a young Perseveran named Perry stepped forward. He wasn't afraid. In fact, he was determined to protect his people no matter what. Perry wasn't the strongest or the most skilled perseverer, but he had something that mattered even more, an indomitable spirit. He charged towards the monster, swinging a piece of space rock like a club. The monster was taken aback by Perry's bravery, and it hesitated for just a moment, long enough for the other Perseverans to regroup and fight back. They attacked the monster from all sides, and even though they were outmatched, they refused to give up. They kept fighting and fighting until finally, exhausted and wounded, the monster retreated into the darkness from which it had come. The Perseverans had won a victory that day, but it had come at a cost. Many of them were injured or had lost their lives. But as they stood there surveying the damage, they knew that it was worth it. They had protected their home and their loved ones, and that was all that mattered. From that day forward, Perry was hailed as a hero. The other Perseverans looked up to him as an example of courage and determination, and Perry, in turn, was inspired by the strength and resilience of his people. Together they rebuilt their planet and made it even stronger than before. But one day a group of intergalactic explorers stumbled upon the planet Perseverance. They had heard tales of the Perseverans and their indomitable spirit, and they were eager to meet them. When the explorers arrived, they were greeted by Perry and the other Perseverans. And despite their initial hesitation, the two groups quickly became friends. The explorers were fascinated by the Perseverans and their culture, and the Perseverans were eager to learn about the wider universe and its wonders. Together they explored the planet Perseverance and its surrounding areas, and the explorers even invited the Perseverans to join them on their travels. But not all of the Perseverans were excited about this prospect. Some of them, like Perry's friend Lucy, were content with their home planet and didn't want to go anywhere else. Lucy was a gentle soul with a kind heart. She loved her planet and its people, and she couldn't imagine leaving them behind. However, Perry was excited by the prospect of adventure. He had always dreamed of exploring the universe and seeing all of its wonders. So he decided to take the leap of faith and join the explorers on their travels. As the years went by, Perry and the other Perseverans who had chosen to travel with the explorers experienced many adventures. They visited strange new planets, met all kinds of strange new creatures, and had countless close calls. Through it all, they never lost their determination and resilience, and they always found a way to make it through tough times. Meanwhile, back on the planet Perseverance, Lucy and the other Perseverans who had stayed behind were doing well too. They had continued to rebuild their planet, and it was thriving once again. They also kept in touch with Perry and the others through advanced communication technology, and they would often reminisce about the good old days. But one day, a distress call came through. It was Perry. He and the other traveling Perseverans were in trouble, and they needed help. Without hesitation, Lucy and the other Perseverans sprang into action. They gathered all their resources and set out to find their friends. When they arrived, they were horrified to see what had happened. Perry and the other Perseverans were trapped on a planet that was about to explode. The only way off the planet was through a wormhole that was about to collapse, and it was too dangerous for anyone to go through. Lucy knew that they had to do something, but what? She thought about all the times that the Perseverans had faced danger and overcome it. They had used their determination, their grit, and their ingenuity. Surely they could use those same qualities to escape this situation. And so they did. With a combination of their wits and sheer willpower, they managed to navigate the wormhole just as it was collapsing and escape the exploding planet. They were safe. In the aftermath, the Perseverans all came together and realized that no matter where they went or what they did, their bond as a people was unbreakable. They had each other, and that was all that truly mattered. From that day forward, the Perseverans continued to explore the universe and have all kinds of adventures, but they never forgot the importance of home and family. And they always knew that no matter what happened, they could count on each other for support. The end. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and tap the bell icon so you never miss our next story, and drop your video suggestions in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. Your support fuels our creativity. Let's keep exploring amazing worlds together.